Were you guys honestly expecting to see some Halo for the Xbox showcase? Because personally, I had no expectations for that at all. I don't really think these developer directs are really like something you would have Halo even in. Like, yeah, the popularity of Halo has declined. That's a fact right there, sadly, which then would probably fit itself into that whole realm of like a developer direct scale or popularity of game, right? Like, we did know that obviously they announced the specific games that they wanted to showcase for this developer direct. Is that they have like your games that you're going to showcase, and then you talk about those games and maybe one little extra thing on the side as well. Generally, their cadence of how they do go about doing these Xbox showcases, right? Like if you look at the art that they had for here on Twitter, like let's take a look right here, Xbox, and you had developer direct right here. They already showed you like this. Of course, this was hidden at the time. They're going to talk about Doom. They're going to talk about South of Midnight. They're going to talk about Expedition 33, and this was hidden. And some people had hopes for Halo, right? Obviously, because we are very much Halo fanboys. We're extremely thirsty for any form of content or any kind of light at the end of the tunnel when it comes to Halo. But from all the leaks and rumors that we heard about for this showcase, I brought it up in a previous video, it was going to be Ninja Gaiden. Which, by the way, I had someone in a comment, like I think on TikTok, said like, no, it's pronounced Ninja Gaiden, but it's literally pronounced Ninja Gaiden though, right? Am I crazy for thinking like that?
How to pronounce Ninja Gaiden.
Gaiden. I was not wrong.
Ninja Gaiden.
You gotta love people online who are just like so confidently wrong. So given the fact that we had that information about like, one, we needed the 3 out of 4 games, and the 4th game, Halo, it's just Halo's not a June announced kind of game, right? Halo, come on, man. Like, put some respect on the name here. Like, Halo's a June showcase type of title, right? Everyone knows Halo. Everyone's talking about Halo when like a big announcement happens. People go crazy, right? That's like one of their biggest brands that Xbox has is Halo. Now, they've been mismanaging that brand quite a bit, but we are where we are right now. One, given the news and information and leaks that we've had about it, and given the status that Halo has within Xbox, because Xbox really gives Halo a pass for literally everything. Like, I think there's been sentiment that like devs have said that like, or actually devs have told me that like, if they weren't part of Microsoft as a studio, they would have been shut down so long ago, because that's how Microsoft values Halo. That they always want Halo involved in there in some capacity because it's that important of an IP to them. They'll take hits, they'll take L's with Halo because they plan on it being there for, the entirety of their portfolio. So if you thought Xbox was going to showcase Halo in here, I mean, put some respect on the name, man. Like, if there's going to be a Halo announcement, like announcing a brand new Halo game, they would do that with the June showcase. If they did this here, it wouldn't really be mixed in with this whole thing. I think the only reason why Doom was even involved with this showcase is because they wanted to release it in May. If Doom the Dark Ages was going to release in fall, some other game would fill this spot and they would save all the Doom stuff for June. But yeah, so what about Halo though? What's going on with this one? I fully expect for us to see Halo get announced in June. I know all you Halo kids in the chat desperately wanted Halo for this developer direct. But like I said earlier, put some respect on the name of Halo. It deserves a full showcase in June to when you showcase what the next game is going to be. Outside of like the next brand new Halo game, which they definitely wouldn't announce a new Halo game for developer direct, what would Xbox show at the developer showcase? Like, would we just get like another Unreal Engine demo showcase with some more Halo Infinite assets? That's not anything new. That's nothing to get people excited. These are all just, work in progress content rendered in Unreal Engine 5. Like, these are all just concepts. Like, even in this a New Dawn trailer for the next Halo project, they stated that it was like, what would it look like? What would Halo and Unreal look like? Let's put something together and share it with people. That's kind of what the whole purpose of this thing was to announce new leadership, a new name, and that they are working on a new game. Just the fact that we got the announcement that they are working on what the next game is being worked on to be like at Halo HCS was kind of a big announcement. Because I think it actually would make sense to share it at the HCS event, because like this isn't anything you would share at the Xbox showcase in June, because it's not that big of an announcement. It's nothing really to give to the players, like, get ready for Halo, because we're doing this. All this is just saying, hey, we're calling ourselves Halo Studios and we're switching to Unreal. That's the point of this entire thing. Everything that you're seeing isn't even like in-game. This is basically just 3D rendered concept art is what we're looking at. You wouldn't show like a new model from Halo to the developer showcase, because that's not anything interesting, to be honest. Like, it's not that cool. It's not that thing to really get people excited, because the whole point of these developer directs is like a deep dive into each game. Halo has nothing to deep dive into. If you try deep diving into Halo, you would walk about ankle deep in water, and then that's it. You know, it's all just like, oh, it's like a little tiny pool for me to just kind of splash in with my feet. I can't even, yeah, there's nothing there. And we're not getting a Halo game this year either. And so that's why I'm saying, like, well, that's why we didn't get Halo X at the Xbox Developer Direct. If you were expecting that, that's completely on you to think that that's what's going to happen, when Xbox never led you on to believe that. I just said, like, sometimes you need to set your expectations properly. Well, no, we're going to know what the next Halo game is going to be this June, I think. I think we're going to get a full announcement. We're going to see some real preliminary kind of, probably more of a cutscene-y kind of stuff, but like, that's all you need to do, right? If it's just going to be like a typical Halo game, then you don't really need to show that much. Everyone knows Halo. Everyone's played Halo. Everyone's made a decision if Halo is for them. You know, if you're going to keep the traditional Halo gameplay loop and stuff like that, if you're not going too crazy with it, going to keep the 4v4 mechanic, you know, multiplayer and stuff like that, maybe keep the bigger team battle, then it's just going to play to like the Halo fans, and the Halo fans will play it, and that's it. If Unreal Engine is that fast and that efficient to work in, you know, worth making that switch, then I would say, like, yeah, it would make a lot of sense that we could see something this June. There are other things that we can take away from what Xbox didn't show at this showcase to go, okay, I have a better idea of what's going to be happening later this year, right? I actually put together a little bit of a list of the Xbox games that have been announced that we know about, that are either like coming in 2025 or to be coming soon and stuff like that. So we have Avowed coming out next month, South of Midnight in April, Expedition 33 in April, Ninja Gaiden this fall. They have Clockwork Revolution, which, if, like I said earlier, if Doom was going to be, it leaves a lot to be open for the fall showcase, fall time frame for these games, right? Like I said, like if Doom was going to be a fall game, they would have probably switched out Clockwork Revolution for the developer direct to kind of switch out those places around. We know that Clockwork Revolution is coming out this year. Fable's supposedly happening this year. Outer Worlds is also happening this year. Like, Xbox is cooking, all right? But these are all the other games that we know about that are either have been officially announced or not announced. The one thing I was thinking that could have been in this developer showcase would have been like a shadow drop of the Oblivion remake that we've been hearing a ton about, right? Because I think like something like this would be a game you would shadow drop for developer direct. But what have we got instead? Ninja Gaiden 2. A remaster of Shadow Drop would make sense for a developer direct. That's like kind of like the surprise that they do every year for these developer directs, which makes me think that, okay, if you're not going to be showcasing Oblivion and it's rumored to release in 2025 and they haven't announced it at all, it makes me think, okay, do we get Elder Scrolls 6 with this showcase? I mean, get it as in part of the showcase, right? This was during like the FTC hearings when they wanted to acquire Activision, and Phil Spencer was quoted saying that Elder Scrolls 6 is at least 5 years away from the time that they're talking about this game. So they're saying like 2028 at the best, you would get Elder Scrolls. So, but it's also been a long time since the Elder Scrolls 6 trailer, right? Today, as of January 8th, the Elder Scrolls 6 teaser became older than Skyrim when the teaser was revealed. 2,404 days. And so the last time we heard about this was in 2018. So it's been a minute. I would think not only because like it's been out in the open for so long, we already know everything about Elder Scrolls 6 going on, right? Or not everything, I should say. It's like we know that is happening. It's not a secret, right? This was strictly just a recruitment tool when they announced it. It's been so long, and we have heard nothing about Elder Scrolls since Xbox acquired Bethesda ZeniMax. I would have to think we'd at least get like some form of an update to let you know, like, hey, the game is still in progress. Even though if it would still be 4 years away, I think it would lend itself to being showcased, just because we're like, dog, it's been quite some time since you announced this game. Like, do you have anything to showcase? If not, it'd be probably another one of these kind of things, like another teaser kind of thing, kind of like what BioWare's been doing with Mass Effect 5, right? Where they just kind of like been teasing it a little bit here and there. I think if you just had like some kind of tease for Elder Scrolls 6, which then would get people hungry for Elder Scrolls 6, right? It'd be like, oh my God, why can't I just play updated Skyrim to be so great? Well, to satiate that hunger, you shadow drop the Oblivion remake on the Xbox showcase back in June of this year. Just exactly what you did for Ninja Gaiden, not Gaiden, like some people try to correct me online, and shadow drop that so then you can satiate those people who want to have that Elder Scrolls experience, get people talking about Elder Scrolls 6 even more, but also get a chance to play through Oblivion. Interesting thing, but the interesting thing about the Oblivion remake is that it's going to be on Unreal Engine, right? At least that's the leaks. Because this is currently being remade in Unreal Engine 5, and this was a leak from one of the people from Virtuous Games, who is the company that's remaking Oblivion in Unreal Engine. Which is going to get, this is going to be very interesting. Very, very interesting. Why? It's because people are complaining about the creation engine. And we already know Elder Scrolls 6 is going to be on the creation engine, right? Saying that the game's technology would build upon the groundwork established by Starfield, which is the first game from Bethesda Game Studios to be powered by the proprietary creation engine 2. What does that mean, right? Well, they're probably the same kind of functionality as Starfield, of it being a lot of load screens, some wonkiness, weird limitations, some legacy kind of code or feels that you would get from this type of game, but the graphics look nice. So the thing is that like people have actually been talking about like if Bethesda should switch off of the creation engine and go with Unreal. And if the leaks and rumors are true about Oblivion, if it's going to be made in Unreal, it's going to cause a lot of discussion, right? If Oblivion 4, Oblivion, Elder Scrolls 4 plays better than, like, say, Starfield, if it's smoother, less bugs, less loading screens and things like that, visually looks better as well, you're going to be seeing a lot of people talking about or pressuring Bethesda to switch engines, which at this point now with like Elder Scrolls 6, like, they're full steam ahead when it comes to using creation engine. To switch engines midway through, like if they would do that, it would absolutely curb the development like an extra like 3 years. So why wouldn't you just talk about the Elder Scrolls 6, saying like, hey, this is what we got so far, you know, just kind of show what's going on. Hey, everybody, we're still doing it, you know. But while you're hungry for more Elder Scrolls, we got the sweet new remake for you, and you get a chance to play it. Shadow drops today. Game Pass deal at the Xbox Showcase in June. I think that's why we didn't see it. That was my biggest expectation, was having the Oblivion remake announced and shadow dropped at the developer showcase, but we got Ninja Gaiden instead.